welcome back to Liz's Live. So in today's video we have something very exciting going on. I'm not on my own, and fellow Lushies out there that work at Lush Sheffield will know this familiar face. Amazing. So we have the wonderful Rowan here on today's video, and it has been highly requested to have a video content all to do with Lush Perfume. It's a very personal kind of experience that you receive at Lush, especially with the perfume domain. So we wanted to create a couple of videos all to do with the perfume range. So we're going to have today's video all about a consultation at Lush Cosmetics for perfume. So, I'm going to put you on the spot here, Rowan.
Okay.
So, for you,
yep.
What is your favourite perfume and why do you love it so much?
Okay, so there's been, I always get asked this because I'm known as like the perfume god at Lush Sheffield.
It's so true.
Everyone's like, we must know what is the favourite. And for a long time, because there's so many different categories of them, it's been hard to prescribe a favourite because I'm like, oh, for this situation, I like this one. However, I've concluded that it is super well known, definitely.
Interesting.
It's just, I think it really goes, like, shows what Lush can do with a perfume. Like, it's citrus, and people sometimes are like, oh, citrus is boring, but this is like an exciting citrus. It's supposed to take you through like a fairground. For me, I took it to the States with me, so it reminds me of like waking up, smelling like summer air, like knowing we've got like a day planned, an adventure. So it's just magical for me. I
think that's what's so beautiful about perfume, isn't it? That it literally just transports you from one place back to the United States.
Exactly. I mean, even with the same perfume, exactly. People can have a million different experiences with it. So yeah.
And when did you first start wearing Super World name?
Like a year ago, if that, which is odd. So since I've obviously been familiar with them for like probably 4 or 5 years, it's a recent favourite. So yeah, the fact that it's lapsed all of those that I've had in previous years, yeah. Yay!
Perfect. So I feel very privileged today because Rohan, as I like to call you, is going to be selecting me a perfume. So this is going to be really helpful for any Lushies out there that are like, oh my goodness, how on earth do I do a perfume consultation? It's going to be really helpful for Lush lovers out there who are trying to figure out what kind of perfume would I like, what kind of questions are really important to ask to figure out what the right perfume is, because perfume is a bougie thing, isn't it?
It is, and it's really abstract.
Yeah, and you can spend a lot of money on perfume, and I know like it can be quite controversial, can't it? It's like some customers, they come into Lush and they're like, oh my gosh, those perfumes are so expensive, but like when you got it, yeah, it is expensive if you compare it to a piece of soap. But like if you literally compare it to the rest of the perfume,
the fragrance market, exactly, especially when you get in like the brand values of Lush with them. Like, I think comparatively they're really great. Yeah. Amazing.
And Rowan's going to be sharing loads of different core brand values and why Lush Perfume is so beautiful throughout my mini consultation.
Wow.
So if we're looking down, it's because we have Rowan's amazing collection.
My library.
Yeah, your perfume library just in front of us. So that is for frame of reference. But I'm so excited to finally get a consultation from you.
I know, because customers always get to experience them, but Lush is usually not. Like a few of us have, but you haven't.
Amazing. No. So we're gonna pretend we're at the perfume barrel at the front of the shop.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that you get to be honoured and have like a special perfume time with really knowledgeable Lush people, like you want to go in store, you want to experience it, and this is just a little snippet of what it could be like for you too. So I guess off we go.
Yeah, so I would usually, it's quite abstract. So what's like your current favourite, like favourite fragrance? Like how does it make you feel, would you say? If you have one.
Yeah, so similar to you, I have fragrances for different things. One fragrance that I use that's not Lush, I love Black Opium by like YSL. It's really like sweet, but like sweet floral tones that I get from it.
Fun?
Yeah. It is very like fun and playful, but kind of like seductive as well. So I like that for like an evening sultry smell. Whereas like usually an everyday fragrance, I love the Karma smell from Lush.
Yeah.
It's a classic, and that would be my day because like I want something bright and vibrant and fruity
something, I think it's important because when you're wearing that fragrance, that's what you're going to smell, and that's how it's going to make you feel. So, and what are you thinking? Something that you can wear to like a special occasion or like a day perfume, would you say?
I would like a new like special occasion fragrance.
Okay, something where you're going to like wow people and they're going to be like, oh, that's what you wear to like that event, or it'll remind you of that event.
Yeah.
And any like particular like scents or like ingredients you already like that you know?
I love bergamot.
Okay.
Bergamot oil. I like lemongrasses.
Okay.
I don't like smoky smells.
Okay.
I don't like earthy smells.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
Cade, no. Sandalwood, not really.
Okay, nothing grounding or earthy. You're thinking like
up in the sky! Yeah.
And this is a really odd question, but tell me about like your favourite place or like your happy place. Like describe it, like how do you feel when you're at that place? Like just describe it.
So this is how like perfume consultations can get very, very personal. So you're gonna know all about my favourite place. My favourite place is my garden.
Okay.
On a spring day when, literally last year, it was like May, start of June time, where all the flowers had blossomed, and I had a picnic blanket in my garden. I was reading, I can hear the birds like tweeting in the dam next to the house. I was like having a bit of a suntan on the go, so it was bright, it was warm, but I could smell those florals. I do like, it's really weird because I don't like smoky smells, but I like clean, fresh smells.
Yeah.
That smell of like
connected to nature,
spring.
not in like an overly like earthy like way, but as in like just something like grounding, even if it's in like a floral sense. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. So
what would you do at this stage then? So,
I would, in my head, I'm usually narrowing it down to 3 at this point. Okay. So you've established like a category. So for example, I have understood from you that you like lime, citrus. You're perhaps not gonna like go towards like the smoky perfume. So I can immediately like, I know there's some perfumes that, from you saying you don't like smoky or cade, I certainly won't include those. And I think 3 is really important because you can then take it in turn, smell each one, describe like how it makes you feel, even if you have the bottles turned away, which I do sometimes to eliminate the bias of the name.
That's really important.
And so yeah, I'm narrowing it down. I'm also thinking of side options for each perfume because could be a chance that you might not be a fan of any of them.
Yeah.
So having like maybe one alternative for at least 2 of them in mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just thinking like what you would like ingredients, like categorising them in my head, and then choosing the ultimate 3. Because I think that's not going to overwhelm you, but it means you're going to get a choice, and yeah, maybe things that aren't too similar as well.
What are your thoughts? And like, you can be as savage as possible if you want. But you know when customers are there, and they're literally just trying to grab each one, and they're trying to spray. What's going on in your head? Like, do you find that helpful, or do you find that not helpful?
I know it's not helpful for them, even though they probably think it is, because it's such an abstract thing that you've got to really think. And it's hard. It's not as easy as skincare where you can be like, my skin feels like this, it needs X, Y, Z. You've really got to, and sometimes you've not thought about yourself or how you're feeling for a long while.
Yeah.
I think that can be overwhelming. It can mean if you do find one that might be perfect for you, like it's not gonna, it's just gonna be like another number, because it's like another perfume that you're smelling. So
would you suggest maybe just like prefacing with like the consultation, I'm only going to pick 3 because of this?
Yeah, I mean, there's always, if a customer wants to smell more because they're intrigued about the range or anything like that, then we can totally do that. But just for the majority of consultations, I think 3 is the perfect number. Especially because you've got to create that magic. Like if you just show the entire range, it can.
Amazing. So we established needs, and now you're selecting the 3 for me. Exciting!
Ooh.
I'm not even going to look. I'm not going to look. I'm not going to look at the name.
Yeah, sometimes I definitely face the names away.
Because that's crazy, isn't it? Because I do that as well. Ever since you taught me about it, like turning the bottle around so they've got no idea what the name is. Because someone could be like, oh, Lust, I hate that name.
Or they might have like a
preconception
of it from reviews or something like that.
Exactly.
Ooh.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Okay, right. I'm not even looking. Let's get back into the
Okay, so I'll just start with NA. I think it's really important to test it on a strip first.
Okay.
Trying it on the skin is crucial, but not yet.
Okay.
So that's to come. So
Fab.
I'm going to spray this fragrance, and
I'm really excited, Rowan.
I just want to smell it, and close your eyes, honestly, because you need to really like embrace it and imagine like how's it making you, and take your time, like how's that perfume making you feel?
I think it's interesting that you need to let the fragrance settle, don't you, sometimes? Because obviously you've got the alcohol in there preserving it.
Yeah.
And then customers, like, they smell it straight away, don't they? And they're like, oh, no. But yeah, I think
they're an
so
essential oil-based perfume, so it's gonna, it'll take time. Yeah.
So what's the difference between putting a perfume on your skin straight away versus this, would you say?
Oh, in terms of like a strip versus putting it on your skin?
Yeah, like with the essential oils.
With the essential oils, so how I usually see it is when you spray it onto the skin, the alcohol is obviously carrying the essential oils and is like preserving the perfume. So how I picture it, and this is why when I spray perfume onto my skin, I hold it after I've sprayed it, because I imagine the essential oils being underneath it. So when I place my hand over it, and it's really important not to rub, because the essential oils are deliberately in certain concentrations in order to create certain notes, because otherwise if you just put different like citrus on top of each other, it's not going to be very distinctive, or they'd all smell the same. So when you place in the skin, the warmth is going to help absorb some of that alcohol, because you don't really need that anymore. Like, it was preserving the perfume,
but it's not in there.
So now you want to like let the essential oils release. So hold it, I usually say for 10 seconds, and then obviously it's going to mingle with your skin, because depending on your skin temperature and your pH, it's going to smell a little bit different on everyone with them being essential oils. So let them sit for 10 seconds and then give it a smell, and then you'll really see how it's mingled with your skin. But I definitely think spraying it on the strips first is a really great idea. One, you can eliminate perfumes that you hate, because that could really ruin the experience if you try one on your skin that you're just not like, you're not like a fan of it.
Because the perfumes at Lush, they've got such a good like long-lasting duration.
The longevity is amazing, and because the majority of them are not like synthetic musk based, they are just different. And you might, if you've not smelled a Lush perfume before, you might just be like, wow, like it's something completely different. So yeah, definitely the strips will give you that initial idea of how it's going to smell, and it's not going to be a case of you love a perfume on the strip and you hate it on your skin necessarily. But yeah, so how's this one making you feel?
This is like really warming and cozy for me.
Okay. Does it like remind you of anywhere or anything, or?
That's an interesting question.
Does it feel like protected?
Yeah, I just feel like warm and like wrapped up and safe.
Does it smell fun?
It smells. What would it smell? I don't know, because I'm kind of getting like a nightclub vibe from it. Interesting. Yeah.
I've had that before with this perfume.
Really?
Actually. Yeah, I've had that before.
People saying that.
Yeah. This is the thing, people get so many different perceptions of them. Everyone takes it and makes it their own, don't they? So.
And I think it's really good that you're asking these questions whilst that person's sniffing it, so you're really creating like a bond with the perfume.
Exactly, because it's so personal. I mean, it matches your personality. I always say when I go on a trip, the fragrance I'm taking is as important as the clothes I'm taking, or maybe more important, because you just embody it so much. Interesting.
So I feel cozy and safe, but like I'm having fun whilst I'm cozy.
Like you're having, no, I get it. like you're in a place where, like your happy place, sort of. Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice. So
that is one
for now, and then I'm gonna spray this one as a second one.
Okay.
Okay. And I think it's really important to get the thoughts, because sometimes you don't know how you feel about a perfume, but being asked about it, it can make you think, like, how does it make me feel? How am I feeling right now?
I can see. Come on, camera, you can do this. Right. I know this
It's
one.
real, yeah. Being a Lushie is, it's iconic, it's fun.
Do you know, this, like, I don't know why, but actually, this makes so much sense that I would wear this thinking about my safe place, actually.
Yeah.
Because I just literally, this fragrance has transported me into the garden.
Yeah, like grounding, but also you can smell that like sweetness
of it.
Yeah, like almost like the greenness.
Yeah.
Like it's quite like it's a really hard sweet. It's not like a heady floral at all. It's like, it's quite like a juicy floral, I would say. Yeah.
Juicy floral.
Yeah, that's a new one.
And it is, and I love it. Honestly, I didn't realise, because I don't wear this I don't wear this perfume.
Yeah. Have you tried it before? Like, have you just had an experience with it before? Okay.
Years ago.
Okay.
I usually have it, like, I would
in all the
introduce
products.
it as a shower gel.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's odd to see it in this perspective.
Yeah.
There's a few where there's overlap between other products, and you can totally layer with them as well. So if you really fall in love with that scent and we have like a shower gel of it or like skincare products, then great.
Do you know what? Because I just don't usually go for this fragrance, and so many people love this smell so much, but I kind of feel like, oh, it's everyone else's favourite smell. Like,
we get that.
But actually, like, it's kind of like I'm smelling it for the first time again.
Yeah. This is why literally having just that closing eyes and thinking is so important, because it can...
It's ever so emotional, isn't it, Rowan?
Well, my favourite...
We had customers like cry with us.
Someone once, it was like, it just reminds me of like just something really personal that they told me, and it's just crazy how it can transport you somewhere, like to something not even just like a place or a holiday, but really like a point in your life, and it's just magical.
Yeah.
It's why it's so different to the rest of the store, and it's why it's so sort of unknown.
It's your favourite section, isn't it?
It definitely is, yeah.
I love it.
Okay.
So we've got comfort, cosy, nightclub vibes.
From the first one.
And the second one is like, I'm in my garden reading my book amongst the flowers.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Final one.
Okay. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Are you ready?
Yeah. So how many spritzers would you use usually on a cloth?
I usually say 2 to 3, because that emulates how much you're realistically going to have on. So I usually spray it on my skin once on the pulse points, around the neck, and then either the hair or in the summer behind the knees.
Ooh!
Yeah.
Rowan, I don't think I've ever tried this one.
Brand new one to you?
Yeah.
What's your instant thoughts?
It's sultry.
Yeah. When
it's
I
an
think
evening sultry vibe.
I definitely think for me this has got more of like, I don't know, like, you know, like when you think of like literature and like really like abstract concepts, to me this smells like really... I don't know.
This smells like I'm Mary Shelley and I am in Austria or wherever she is with her friends writing her novel at 19.
It's like an expression of like words through fragrance, this one, I certainly think. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm just so intrigued by this.
This one? Okay.
Yeah. And I want to smell it on me.
You want to smell it on you?
Yeah.
So this is what I usually... So you've instantly known from that. I mean, it's not always that instant, but there'll be some that you love, but there'll be some that you're so intrigued by, where you're like, that's the next step. Sometimes it's not that easy, so it can be literally a case of have a smell again, and or ask maybe more, like establishing needs, like what do you really want, like what's your ultimate like goal with it, to really like narrow it down. Because
now I'm thinking, like you just saying that in like random, I don't think I want something for a special occasion anymore. I think smelling those two, I want something that is gonna take me to my happy place every day.
Okay.
And that's completely different to what I originally thought.
Exactly. This is the thing. It can be a journey through like you deciding what you want, which is why it's so crucial to do it this way. I mean, it doesn't have to be so structured. I mean, it's beautiful to have your own like style, but I think this helps definitely. So, are you ready to try it?
Okay.
On your skin?
Can I please try 2 of them on the...
Of course you can. 2 of them on the skin.
Or would you always recommend just one? What would you say?
I would do 1 first, and then if you do want to try more, then that's totally fine. You can try it like somewhere else. Just make sure it's sprayed on a separate, like a different pulse point.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it's going to be a representation of 2 fragrances. Yeah. So, which ones would you like to try? What vibe? Are you thinking like the fun nightclub, or I don't know?
I think the first one that I want to try is that last one, this Mary Shelley.
Okay.
Frankenstein's Monster Time, baby.
So, are you ready? So, I would invite you to like hold out like your arm like that. And then I'm just gonna, I usually say 1 or 2 spritzes.
Oh my gosh, is that a black label?
It's a black label.
I never delve into black labels. What's the difference between black labels?
We get that asked a lot.
Yeah.
So, the black labels are officially known as the perfume library, and originally that's because the majority of them are exclusive to our anchor stores, and especially like the Florence store in Italy, which is a Lush Perfume, like a fragrance only store. And they do have a store that sells all the other products, but Florence is lucky enough to have a fragrance only store. So it used to be that each anchor store, so Birmingham, Liverpool, Oxford Street in London, those are a few examples of them. Each of those stores would stock like their own black labels. So I think Grassroots was like a Birmingham perfume library to begin with.
I want Grassroots.
Yeah. Now it's a little bit, you can pretty much find all of them everywhere at each anchor store. In each non-anchor store, if you'd like, we get to curate the range, don't we?
Yeah.
So we really think like, what are people in like Sheffield, for example, gonna love? Like, what have people loved in the past?
Yeah.
What sort of vibes are people gonna be going for? And then we stock like a couple of them.
Yeah.
There are a few of them that are part of the Renaissance range that's using a certain spa treatment. They are purely anchor store only. So that includes Grassroots as well. But yeah, they mostly, the perfume library, like the name is reflected that it's either like an ode to its like history within Lush. So it might have been with the previous company that we had called Be Never Too Busy to Be Beautiful. Yeah, it was a Lush subsidiary that sold makeup and fragrance. So some of them have been with us for a long time, so we just wanted to like respect their like history. Others were like, they become signature scents. They're usually made in less quantity as well, so the factory doesn't produce a ton of them. So they're just extra special, but they're not. It's not like a disservice to the ones with the regular label. They're just different. I mean, some of them have seen a journey from being like a white label to a perfume library. And it might be that they've just celebrated like their anniversary with Lush, or like they've become a fan favourite. So how is this making you feel?
I feel really excited about this perfume because I am like a big book nerd.
Yeah.
Like I love book
perfect
nerds.
for you.
And I feel like this is like I'm hidden. I mean, this is kind of like a cozy library setting that I have in this room already.
This emulates it quite well, I think. Yeah.
And I'm really excited by this. I don't know why I'm getting so like giddy.
Yeah.
Like,
no, it's honestly finding some. This is the thing, we have a lot of that like interaction, don't we? Where people can be like, wow, like this is something else, and it sounds dramatic, but
it's true when you're experiencing it. Amazing.
So, how do you want to do this? Do you want to smell your second one and then discover the names, or would you prefer me to like go into a description about this perfume?
So first of all, because I feel like I'm set on this.
Okay.
But this would be like my evening when I get back home from work and I just want to feel cozy and comfortable with my oil burner on and I'm reading. Yeah. This is the fragrance that I want in the room.
Because perfume can be used for that. It doesn't. You don't have to be outside for it. Yeah. Right,
fab. So we sprayed.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sniffing. And now it was the revealing of the.
Shall I jump
yeah.
Okay, so do you want to, should we try the other perfume?
Yes,
the one that like you're thinking for like a day perfume?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Waft, waft, waft. Classic waft.
Yeah, that does help sometimes, especially to like dissipate the alcohol. Yeah. But obviously at this point you can't do the holding thing because it's going to merge the perfume.
Damn.
So, yeah.
Oh, it smells of spring.
It is, it's really fun, and like I was saying, it's like really like juicy and like, floral. Juicy floral.
Juicy floral.
Honestly.
Could have that tattooed on my arm.
Okay, so how's that one making you feel? Like you said, like spring?
Yeah, really fresh, really fun and energetic. Yeah.
Nice.
This is definitely day.
Okay, like a day perfume. I mean, that can be good. I mean, a consultation doesn't have to be like just to a single perfume. It can be for a certain occasion, but then you've got ideas for other ones. So sometimes I love to write down the name of the perfume on strips for customers to take home. Obviously they're not going to like stay overly fragrant for a while, but they can at least remember the name. So when they come back in for like a day perfume or an occasion perfume, they'll be like, I've got one in mind.
I love that. Oh, fab. So I need to know what the names are and what they are, because this is what I'm really excited about. So,
this is the grand unveiling. Are you ready for, I know you're excited for the first one.
Yeah.
I'm nervous.
Yeah.
So, this is Sappho.
No way!
So this is Sappho. So, you might recognise it from the Broken Heart bath bomb. Although the ingredients are slightly different. Sappho's inspired. So there's a Greek like the island of Lesbos in Greece. There's a goddess called Sappho, and there's some link to literature and poetry. And when Mark first smelt this, because I believe this was perfumed by Emma, who's one of the perfume creators for Lush, he immediately referenced Sappho straight away. So it is very much like a poem. Like poetry expressed through fragrance.
Oh my god, and this is my Mary Shelley.
It is. So it's tobacco, which is really interesting. I believe it's the only perfume we have tobacco in, Absolute. Which I think adds, when you smell it, it's got like a brown, like leather, or like a room like this. It's got that really
rustic,
cozy sort of smell. But then it's also on like a bed of vanilla and sandalwood, and the floral note is added by jasmine. So when you said florals, I was like, this would be perfect.
Do you know what? That is so shocking, because you think about what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like the earthy smells, nothing's smoky, but the fact that you knew this perfume so well, and the other descriptions I was using.
It's because this is the thing, the essential oils there's some perfumes that share really similar oils, and you're like, oh, how come they don't smell the same? Well, it's the concentrations that are different. So I barely think this is a smoky perfume.
Oh my God. Because you smell the Broken Heart bath bomb and you don't smell smoke at all.
No, it's like it's just
jasmine
grounding. It's jasmine, sandalwood, vanilla, and then tobacco. Yeah, I think tobacco's I think it's definitely on like the bottom of it. Tobacco Absolute. Yeah.
So it's towards the end. Yeah.
Towards the end. Yeah.
So if you have a little look, this beautiful Sappho.
And the fun fact with this one, it's actually one of the 4 perfumes that can influence a Renaissance spa treatment. So it's part of the Renaissance collection. So only available at Anchor stores. Yeah.
Amazing. So, how much am I paying for it?
So this one is £150 for the 100ml, which is still really great value. I mean, even obviously have a ton of perfumes, but even perfumes that I use as like daily ones, I find last like at least a year from a 100ml bottle from daily usage. Although obviously it will vary. But it's just reflective of the ingredients. I mean, there's no animal testing, which is really crucial in obviously the cosmetics industry and fragrance. It's just a sad fact that it does happen, but not at Lush. And essential oils with, obviously there's so many different beautiful stories of where they're sourced from, and they're audited by the company. And these are still hand blended in pool. So the same factory that makes the bath bombs, makes the perfumes as well. In fact, on the bottom, there's a little compounder sticker as well. So just that peace of mind that it's made by a human being paid a living wage. Yeah,
there is a sticker there. Promise. There's a person right there.
So yeah, definitely worth the investment. And obviously it's a perfume library one, so it's exclusive. It's just something special. Like it's gonna make those evenings for you complete, like as you described. So yeah, amazing. I think it's lovely. And then the other one that you smell, everyone might be quite familiar with, the Rose Jam.
Oh, let's zoom in.
This is a classic for Lush.
Rose Jam, baby. Oh, fabulous. So why is it a classic? What ingredients have we got inside of this one?
So this is Jasmine Absolute and Rose Absolute. So it's, and anything else?
Geranium.
Geranium, Sicilian lemon. So I always think of like the green part of the rose. Like it really, I mean, it's really like sweet and fruity.
Yeah.
Not like a heady floral like a lot of them are. This is like a fun floral, juicy floral. Yeah.
I always describe Rose Jam as like Turkish delight kind of vibe, because you have the rose and the lemon inside of there. Yeah. It's sweet, but it's like mouth watering, like a juicy.
It really breaks like the mold of what floral is. So a lot of the time people are like, oh, I don't want to smell a floral. But I'm thinking, actually, Rose Jam might still be the one, as you found. So, yeah, it's lovely. And it's in the shower gel and everything as well. Yeah. So, perfect one to layer up, yeah.
And then I want to know what my nightclub one, my cosy nightclub one was.
So, that was Super World Unknown. So,
Super World
believe it or not, one of my favourites. I chose it because it's what we call a gourmand perfume. So, anything inspired by like confectionery, sweets, food. Usually that word is like prescribed to those sort of perfumes. There's lime and cassia in this one. So it's quite fun.
So
I think it's
sweet.
it's got like a tingly sharpness to it. So it's a citrus, but yeah, it's inspired by fairgrounds. So it's just really fun. But a citrus as well. So you were saying you liked all the fun ones. So I thought this would be quite a nice match. But yeah, my favourite, as we all know. So yeah.
And what's the price difference with all of them?
So
I know obviously. So your Rose Jam is
£30 for the 30ml, and then I believe it's better value the higher you go up, so it's definitely worthwhile investing in a big bottle if you love a perfume and you want to commit to it.
Because I think the 100ml is £60, so you end up getting like a free 40ml.
Well, yeah, because it's 30ml for this one, so 3 times would be like, what, like £90?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're getting even more than that for like less than twice the price, so it's like a no-brainer, really. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The Super World Unknown is 85, so it's a little bit more, but it is a 100ml bottle.
Yeah.
So really comparatively, like if you think it had like a 30ml like one, yeah, it's just reflective of the ingredients inside it as well. So they do vary. But there's something for everyone, so I always say that.
This was amazing. This was so enlightening. Thank you so much.
I'm glad. I love it, honestly. You will know whenever I see a customer near perfume in the store, I'm straight over there.
Bro's gone to
I'm getting this. Yeah. So I really, really love it.
I want
It's
it.
something different. I just love introducing people to the world of Lush perfumery. Yeah.
And you've introduced me to my brand new
Sappho.
fragrance.
Yeah, Sappho. I fell in love with this one through the spa treatment. So for me, it just reminds me of like being at peace.
Yeah. So now I know that I need to go to have the Renaissance spa treatment. I need to go buy myself a bottle of Sappho as well. Yeah. I hope those people watching have found this video really, really enlightening, insightful and useful as well for the Lush employees out there. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you're a customer and you were like, oh my God, I want to get to know a little bit more about how to pick a fragrance, please comment on your favourite thing that's happened in the video, maybe what kind of fragrance or answers you would say to those questions as well. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive content on Mondays for Lush, and when James and I can, Potter Fridays too. Thank you so much, Rowan.
Thank you so much.
You've
I loved
been a
it.
star.
I loved it. Woohoo.
Bye.